My name is Marcus Kittrell, my wife Missy. We bought this house back in 2010 and did a major renovation on the inside the first time. This is actually our second renovation on the inside and our first renovation on the outside as far as the driveway and the backyard.
I don't know, I've always liked more of a rustic, bring the outdoors in, like the brick and I love the Southwest. I've always loved all the Mexican tile and the natural wood and that rustic look that's out there.
As far as the outside of the driveway, we had an asphalt driveway blended with concrete, and you can tell it was probably done back in the 80s when the house was built, and just kind of patchwork throughout the years. And so I really want to tie the whole house into a Southwest look with the brick pavers and just the way that whole look, for this house. It looks be the same inside now. Once Eddie came and met with us, he was able to really kind of show me the way that it needed to be. Because I had a little bit different plan. He says, "Let me look at this way." And so, really, it was a kind of a mutual agreement on how this thing should be done. Because we knew we were going to do it, and we just wanted the right partner to do it with.
Okay, so here we're on this house in Highway 22 in Montevallo at Mr. Critel, Mr. and Mrs. Critel. We're gonna do this big driveway here. So what I'll do, we're gonna pave over the asphalt and concrete. We're gonna use the road base, the 810 base, to level it out. Then we use like 1/2 inch to 1 inch of coarse sand and lay the pavers, and of course secure the edge. But in order to make the transition from the pavers to the level of the street, I need to cut some part of the asphalt. So that's what I'm about to do here. When we start in here, we're gonna cut a big section of this asphalt here, remove and use the road base, and then we're gonna start paving to this direction here, the driveway. And then when we finish, we're gonna secure the edges and have the lights and all the other details. The house, it's got a Spanish style. It has stucco and stones, so the color of the pavers will be similar to it. We're using the Tremrom pavers, Stone Hurst Sierra color. It's the color mix. It's a beautiful paver, and we use gray polymeric sand into the joint. It's old. We're gonna clean the walls with pressure washing, better appearance, clean all these dark spots because of the plants. And we're gonna level this porch out and use travertine, double travertine. A combination we're gonna do in the French pattern, 4 sizes. We're gonna recenter this fountain. There's gonna be another fountain, a bigger one. A friend of ours, David Agee from Geostone in Chelsea, he designed that on the computer. So we have a big ring in here, like soldier course, and some bends on the wider area by the garage. I'll show you. So we will excavate this grass. We're gonna make a nice planter for the tree, and where my truck's in here is gonna be all pavers. It's gonna be a big wide open, so be a lot of cars can come into this driveway. That's a 3 garage, but there'll be a lot of space, and this is the whole area. We have about 7-inch clearance from there where we are here. It's about 10 feet. So we'll cut this concrete, demo this section, and then we're gonna use the road base. So that's gonna be the first phase of this big project. Crew is coming, so we're moving equipment, and day one. Let's go. Okay, since we're gonna do our pavement on top of the concrete, we'll use the 810 base to level out the whole thing, and then the sand for the cushion. But since everything's gonna be most of the job on concrete and asphalt, I decided to cut a section here of the concrete. And now we'll excavate 3 feet down, 3 feet deep, and fill with gravel, and connect a French pipe from here to the outside. So now what it does, when it rains in the future, all the water that goes inside the pavers and go into the base, it can run, you know, to the lowest point, which is here, get collected on the box, on this gravel box, and evacuate. So the job will always be dry. Okay, here's the area we've been excavating for the extra parking. Mr. Marcus added this towards the end, and I think it was great to have a bigger area here. All the guests can park in here, and people can have all this area to go to the garage and more space for him. So when this is done, it's gonna be just like an ocean of road base. Everything is gonna flow, but it's just like a pancake. We need to build up solid. The foundation is everything on this job. Well, we already took all this concrete here. It was very hard because it was very thick. But like I said before, taking this piece of concrete out of here will allow me to come our level here on road base and be flush with the garage doors. So here is the transition from one level to the other. So the concrete is out, now we can work it here. Today's the 8th day. So we're in the 2nd week, 8th day on the job. It's been hard. The sun is intense. So all the drainage, the downspouts is connected, and we're doing the base. First we broke the concrete so we could address the situation by the garage doors. Now we have this 810 base, compact, very hard. This thing is like concrete. So this is the 810 base. It's like, you know, it's stone dust. So we have a little pebbles, you know, to dust. So that thing here with a little water, it packs down real good. So now we're in this phase of laying a lot of pavers. Leo and the crew is putting pavers, but first he had to level the base with sand. So we have 1 to 2 inches of sand, which is the yellow one. Now the gray one here, those guys doing, that's the base. See, we did all the base, but now they're fine tuning. In order to put the pavers, they installed the conduits, the metal conduits on the ground, and everything is leveled. So they knee on the ground with a crossbar and drag that so they make it smooth. So those guys here first, with the gray stuff, with the 810 base, put a little water, compact, and then they do it again. They repeat the process with sand, just a little bit of sand. So for the cushion, and Leo and the crew just lay the pavers. That's a lot of pavers to be laid here. Today is the 17th day, so 2.5 weeks on the job, and they never seen it. So the first time they'll be looking at the first section that we paved, but of course it's not finished. It's just the pavement and the bands. They'll see for the first time.
Yeah, I really like the way they put the downspouts under the pavement now and ran the water underneath the pavers instead of the typical gutter where it lands on top of the pavement. So yes, that's a very nice touch. I didn't even know we were doing that.
Yeah, we haven't spoken the first day what we're gonna do, but this is the way we do it. We need to connect the downspout, so do it the right way.
And love the band. I knew we were going to have some. I didn't know it looks great on paper, but it looks really good when you see it in person.
We finally reached a point and we had the sealer. So we laid all the pavers, we finished everything, we let cure for a while, and it's been a lot of weeks. We let the weather take care, so we washed pretty good with pressure washer. So everything is finished. I mean, laying pavers, concrete, edging, everything. So that he's been sitting here for probably about 4 weeks now. And this section here where I am, it's probably about 8 weeks. Just about right to apply the sealer. And that's what we're doing today.
So this paver's been sitting here for about 8 weeks. So you mean it's dry. The weather is perfect, low humidity and lots of sun. And we wash the whole area with this paver cleaner. And what the paver cleaner does, it eliminates the haziness and a little bit of the fluorescent and open the pores of the paver. So when you apply the sealer, it shows all the true colors of the aggregate. So that's why you see this beautiful, rich color. It's hard sometimes for me to show the client how the sealer, the finished product is. Some people just put some water and say it's like wet. Well, it's not like wet, but it's not like dry either. It's so different, and you can see the difference here. It is simply beautiful. I recommend. We finally finished all the pavers. We finished the project without the sealer. Of course, we're applying the sealer today, but it came out nice after so long. But it's just like we had planned and we had designed. The long driveway, the curbing, everything is perfect. I line up the fountain, everything is finished. I'm so happy. Now we're in a process of applying sealer. So just remind, before the sealer, we had to sit down for a while here, let the weather take care of it, the elements, and then we use paver cleaner to wash it off, the whole thing. We brush and we apply water. You mix the paver cleaner with water and you go section at a time. So it cleans everything, it eliminates the fluorescent, the haziness of the polymeric sand, and open the pores. And then it'll be ready for sealer. And that's what we're doing today. All right, Ms. Marcus, we finally came to an end after a while because, we haven't spoke.
Yeah, with COVID and me traveling, it's hard to get back together.
You had all this work going. You've been traveling a lot, right?
I have been. I'm glad you're back and kind of, see your artwork that you've completed. So.
Well, thank you. I really like it. I'm so proud. I want you to look at everything you got, and we are 100% finished.
The biggest thing is a lot of the design work you did. You kind of just scratched it out. I had no idea when we first started this project what it was going to look like, and you just kind of blank sheet and was able to come up with the design, and that was really right off the bat. That was really, once we saw it, we said that's exactly what we were looking for. We didn't really know what we were looking for until you kind of presented it to us. So I was real happy with that. Now, we had a fountain here before. It was a lot smaller. And then that is a big stretch over there. And then we actually added more. You kind of said it needs to kind of curve around, and which worked out really good because it gave us a lot more parking. You can see we have a lot of cars, a lot of friends that come over. So we needed the space. And so it really worked out. I couldn't believe the fountain and the idea about moving it over and making it bigger. That was just a really good idea. It really tied in well with the house.
And here is so beautiful, but here is not only me, because it's your trees, this design. I like the gate, the columns.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
my job easier.
Yeah, a lot of the bones were already here, and so but you were able to kind of take it and make it look, especially with the different designs on the stones. I think that's been the key to me, and then the fountain again, like we just mentioned. But I think it turned out really, really well, and we get so many compliments on this that it makes me really, really proud.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
It was a nice meeting you, and wish you success in all the business.
Well, same with you.
A lot of traveling.
Yeah, but that's what it's all about.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Eddie.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.